And me.
In 1976, the band U2 was formed. Electric guitarist Dave Evans, aka The Edge, said, "Music is such a great communicator. It breaks down linguistic barriers, cultural barriers. It basically reaches out. And that's when rock and roll succeeds. And that's what virtuosity is all about." U2 was not created to be just another band with great music. It was created so that they could reach out and influence their audience to use their talents to change the world by bettering technology and seeking to find peace between nations. One of U2's most popular songs, Sunday Bloody Sunday, was written in 1983 as a tribute to the 1972 Bogside Massacre, where 13 men were killed and another died some months later due to injuries he received that day. 12 others were wounded, including a 15-year-old boy and a woman. To make sure that the world would always remember this tragic event and thus help prevent it from ever happening again, The Edge wrote a song about it. And during a concert at Slane Castle in 2001, Bono begged the audience to turn the song into a prayer. He asked them to remember the victims of the Omaha bomb crisis, which occurred 5 years earlier. As the Edge sang Sunday Bloody Sunday over and over, Bono recited the names of the deceased: Brenda, Sean, Julie, Gareth, Sean, Geraldine, Jolene, Lima Skeleton, Gareth Conway, Brenda Devine, Lorraine Wilson, Samantha McFarlane, Julia Hughes, Elizabeth Rush, Rico Abed Amos, Fernando Velasco Balego, Esther Gibson, Anne McComb, Vita Short, Adrian Gallagher, Alan Redford, Fred White, his son Brian White, Brian McCrory, Sean McGrath. 29 people, too many. The band knew that by listing the victims of a more recent attack, it would make the song more personal and relatable to the audience who had obviously heard about the crisis and probably knew one or two of the victims. Another plea for a permanent ceasefire was U2's song Peace on Earth, which was released in 2000. Again, the band used a pathos appeal to touch their audience and remind them of the Omaha bomb crisis. After naming a few of the victims, Bono said, "No one cries like a mother cries for peace on earth. She never got to say goodbye, to see the color in his eyes. Now he's in the dirt. Peace on earth." Parents know that the worst pain in the world is to bury a child. By mentioning mothers and their loss, Bono forces the audience to remember that the world isn't just about them. Their actions affect everyone around them, which means they need to be careful what they do. Though most of the band's songs are about peace between nations, the band also writes songs that beg scientists to find cures for mental illnesses, such as Miracle Drug. The song was written for a boy that the band members knew when they were in school. There was a boy in school who was paralyzed from the waist down. There was no cure, but his mother never gave up on him, and she believed with all her heart that he was indeed aware of his surroundings. Eventually, a drug was discovered that allowed him to move a muscle in his neck. From there, a device was created that allowed him to type. Out of him came all these poems that he'd been storing up in his head. Then he put out a collection called Damn Burst of Dreams, which won a load of awards, and he went off to a university and became a genius. All because of mother's love and a medical breakthrough. Bono, Blender 2004. And that's what all of U2's songs are about: faith, hope, and love. The band has won 22 Grammy Awards for their songs and have sold more than 170 million records worldwide, so they are obviously being heard. U2 uses their popularity not just to get rich, but to influence everyday people to change the world in which they live by finding peace between nations and advancing technology.